August. And for the report on body matter for Nigerian Tribune, one study don't show say if you dey walk daily walking, taking stroll, doing waka, it can stop risk of back pain by 23%. And the punch, the talk of make dem reduce the price of food. Farmers now don dey para for ogbonge government order as the agro imports don reach 2.2 trillion naira. They say ogbonge government that your order will not work. Say government have to subsidize transport and agri sectors. Now the jambody of farmer people, now him talk that one and the people with the meal rice. Ogbonge government say they go share 2,000 tractors give farmers. Dangote don ban say in refinery no go fall to oil mafias. Southeast na im dey for back as Southwest dey maintain lead for people that wey don do pre-registration for election matters. We no go agree with them do for Nepal. They don rearrest 2 Nigerian prisoners after jailbreak. Ogbonge government now don suspend that 4% import duty levy wey dey cause gbasgbos. SANU, NATU don give strike notice on top say they never pay them their allowance then. Foreign exchange inflows reserves don't make our naira now. So they exchange 1 naira 1,497 naira to $1. Tinubu, Fubara don't end their foreign trips and Ibas don't set to hand over. Presidency don't return word back give Atiku on top the warning of revolution. In the Guardian, money illusion now in the cause fiscal crisis as the money wey states and the deficits them they increase. International Day, Nigerian democracy they face grave threats from hunger, corruption. Now within Atiku and CSOs they warn with that. Stable exchange rate, food prices now don't reduce inflation to 20.12%. Peace deal don't collapse as bandits go kidnap 40 people for Zamfara State. Adeleke is not happy. He dey lament, say plenty water palava of flood don't nearly finish communities for inside Osun State. NMA reject reduction of salary for Lagos doctors and come dey blame ogbonge government when it comes to funding matters. 2027, Nigerians not go gree for excuse of technical glitch. Now waiting PDP, they want INEC be that. Ogbonge government does suspend customs FOB levy on imports. How our refinery takes save Nigeria oil sector? Dangote, now they talk that one. As Ogbonge government, they order to relocate all these cow where they walk up and down. So they relocate them to grazing reserve. All of this and more inside the Guardian newspaper of this morning. Daily Times. Tinubu don't stop in holiday to come back and do stabilize of security and review economic policies. Now waiting office of Presido Yan be that. Ogbonge government they do change. He not carry human face. And then they cause serious hunger and poverty. Now waiting Atiku they yan be that. Nigeria inflation don't reduce for the 5th time following each other, according by the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS). Infrastructural development embrace Tinubu with both hands. Waiting Umahi they tell Southeast. Reviving railway is very important for Nigeria to get in name as the logistic hub of Africa. Now Shetima talk that one. Courts refuse the motion to transfer Nnamdi Kanu to National Hospital. Submit your sermon for approval. Now waiting Naija governor they tell religious leaders with that. All of this, they inside the Daily Times. And finally, for the Daily Trust this morning will be the last paper article say revolution they come for front inside Nigeria. Say the hardship, hunger, they're very, very serious. And say Tinubu no get the capacity to fix the problem. But Presidency, APC, they vex. And they tell us, say, you don't know what they talk. Nigeria is actually getting better. Our refinery ended 50 years of work queue in Nigeria. Now, waiting Dangote, they talk and say, will they create work? On continuous voter registration, 4.5 million new voters now register. And students alone, now 1 million of this number. INEC don't confirm the online pre-registration number. On IPOP, court refused to hear Kanu motion to transfer him from DSS hand to National Hospital. Judge say he not get the qualified to undo that case. Nigeria role as African #1 logistics hub depend on to revive our railway. Na Shetima na Ian that one. Sultan Kuka dey lament say no more family values and other challenges inside Nigeria. As PDP dey tackle APC, dey claim say the ruling party dey in panic mode and they just dey find endorsement up and down. All of this and many more now you go see for inside the Daily Sun newspaper of this morning. And that one now go bring us to the end of waiting there for inside the front pages of papers. And many more papers still there out there. So not just listen to waiting Princess Yan. Make it a point of duty. Do yourself a very huge favor and try to get, even if now one of these papers, they make you for know waiting really day inside them. Till we come your way again tomorrow with another beautiful edition. My name now Princess Anyana. Don't go anywhere because the big stories them they come after this short break. We own. And time don't reach for us to knock you the big to reach them inside the papers and inside the news this morning. But before we get to that one, if you never begin to follow us, if you never dare for on top our social media platforms at CHRICED Radio and TV, I beg how you want make you for take enjoy the goodies, the ogbonge where they come for front. Because as this inside Naija show they go down like this, a time will come, we will take a pause and quickly, fastest finger on top all of our social media and those go win something very fun, something very interesting, something very huge. If you want to be that person, all you guys to do, enter for on top X, on top TikTok, on top Instagram, on top Facebook, on top YouTube. Subscribe to us, follow our pages, like us, and drop your comments. For this one, where we say they talk, so you never know where we go say make you drop your answer. So if I were you, I go rush now and just keep my phone. They listen. So that when I ask the question, you give the answer under the platform when I say make you drop them, and then your own logo carry last. Now, coming back inside the studio, a lot of things that don't happen. From Hilda Bassey, where they're very happy now as Guinness World Record don't confirmate her as the new holder for the biggest pot of jollof rice, which she feed people, using the Nigeria jollof. Then we also get some goals between the presidency and Atiku. That's Zamfara Atiku before Vice President. It's sure plenty things that day in the news. And I get a Kolawole on money inside the house this morning to help us pieces most of this gist and then show us a little bit of the road. Good morning, sir. Happy Tuesday, my good sir.
Thank you very much.
All right, so let we start on a good note first before we go into all of the bad goals. Hilda Bassey, that's our Nigeria celebrity chef, will be break record of who they cook the longest hour for cooking. Funny enough, they say after that one, two other people don't even break a record. Two people don't break her. Anyway, she stand up, after much planning, work with one of those spices giants, one of those big people they do such a tomato, they do spices, and decide to make the biggest pot of Nigerian jollof rice and then share to people with the mind of to feed people and also to break record. And yes, Monday, Guinness World Record don't confirm her as a world record holder. What do you have to say about this?
Yeah, congratulations to her. And we want more of this. Please, they fly our flag higher. And we really need to commend her for the initiative. Today easy like that. Some people, when they don't, when we have this kind of a thing, we go comment and go comment, people will go criticize. I will say one particular post where depending they talk say when many other people are winning prizes on physics, mathematics, you understand, on education and stuff like that, and we are busy cooking jollof rice and what have you. The truth of the matter is that we can't do this the same way, and all of us cannot be mathematicians. You understand? It's creativity. Wherever you can put it, and it works for you, good and fine. You understand? And that is what we are seeing from her. Let every other person to come up with their initiative, because if you check how she conceptualized the entire process.
She used mathematics. They say she gave a calculation of the measurement. In short, you get one some comment where people talk say they don't understand maths for school. Say, but when she break down measurement, how she do it, that she made maths seem so easy. People were saying that she not be just beauty or cook. She also show she get brain. She's intelligent. She calculated how many grams, how many seasoning I go use, how many kg of tomato, how many. Oh, come on.
Yes. So what it means is that it mustn't be the theoretical way of we calculating mathematics. You understand? And whatever works for you, like I've been taught, just try to at least push out your initiative. You know, Guinness World Record, we know how it happened. It means nobody else across the globe where don't ever do that waiting you be do. And everybody now expert for their own sector of field. You understand? Now where we understand wetin she be dey do be that. Now where she feel like okay, this is where I can really work this around and I will be so unique about it. And eventually the entire world now they celebrate her. So waiting others to feel learn from this is that okay, in whatever you are doing, are you going to continue doing it the same way others have been doing it, or you want to have a unique way of doing it, at least to send Nigerians out, to send the name of the country out, to not to make us, for instance, now, as she was busy doing the calculation here and there, I want to do am, I want to construct ports, I want to take even initiate, make people come on board. You see the normal crowd wey visit her and stuff like that. Same way some people are also busy, oh, I want to do, I want to do plus and minus calculation, I want to take 20,000 naira to go to 20 million naira, I want to turn out to 20 billion naira. So na on her own side, na wetin she be dey do be that way people appreciate. So at least we give kudos to her, and we also want other youth to at least follow suit, not by cooking jollof rice. Let them be creative. Can we have something new? You understand?
Yeah.
From them too. Regarding maybe that has to do with whatever they are doing right now. So once again, we want to congratulate her and I want to say, okay, kudos to her and to those people that really gave her the back because say today easy. I've been seeing one particular person where they criticize and say, how can she pack plenty people? And she say only I want to cook. Say now she alone supposed to do the cooking. I just imagine say even the cooking where they for house where you want cook for ordinary nuclear family. Only one person fit achieve am like that. So na good initiative and we are commending her for that. And on that note, we also tell people where they watch us, people where they listen to us, so they can be a winner on this show today.
Yes,
Yes, they can be a winner on this show today. We've done the talk about Ember giveaway. Easy during this period. Say now this month, as you see, I'm like this. Now you see many people don't they rush. Oh, month done the head, here done the head. We need to put one or two things together. So by what it means is that if you can be able to join us throughout this Ember period, from now to December, get plenty things to win on CHRICED Radio and TV. So make we move.
All right, you get plenty things to win on top CHRICED Radio and Television. We live. So in the spirit of moving right now, you feel even there with us live on top of our YouTube and even on top of our Facebook at CHRICED Radio TV. Because when the giveaway will happen, there we not tell you. You lose. You lose. All right, now coming back to inside the studio now, Kolawole, we'll celebrate it. Now, I think it's that we try a little. Because we wake up again yesterday during like the afternoon hour. Oh, yes, say, by the bad people now, don't go again. Go back over 40 watchers. Go pray early morning prayer for inside Zamfara. And somebody is saying that one happened as just over the weekend. Senate State sit down with leaders of bandits try do a peace agreement. And Zamfara state governor on his own side, if you remember very well, sometime was it last week, a bit 2 weeks ago, even in the news, when they talk, say, then don't put some things on ground. He know where these bandits stay. He just need the government to send soldiers, they work with him. You know, he will just use phone. You know, he was that they should give him 2 months. You know, they should put him in charge of security apparatus for 2 months. He go finish bandits, come on, Zamfara. This recent development with that talk, and then there was also some of the residents for the interview with Daily Trust, we talk say the executive of defense staff and the Zamfara governor no even dey in good terms. Say somehow you follow for waiting. This na a resident alleging. You guys say those two actually need to settle. They need to sit down together for the sake of their state. What do you get to talk about all of these different takes on this matter?
We will talk about insecurity before now, and we'll still be talking about it. Say you can't use only one approach to solve this problem. For instance, they may talk, say, okay, peace deal don already collapse. What did they may talk about? When it has to do with insecurity, number one, you can't even conclude say that the peace deal collapse. How do I mean? Gather some people wey dem talk say dem claim say dem dey torment the state. You do peace deal with them. This one now, they never come out to say na we wey you do meeting with o, na we go pass 40 people for worship center. They never come out. It may be another person entirely. When you make insecurity lucrative, na wetin dey always be the result be this. For instance now, it may be okay the bad belle will say okay, oh, so you recognize this person, you recognize this person.
One
You no
expert talk
call
am,
me.
yeah. So I go
You
also
no
show
call
you
me
say
for peace deal. Oh, me too go show you say me too. I get power for my domot. Because you have already made it lucrative. So we can't quickly jump into conclusion now saying that the same set of people where they sit down meet and then go create this artwork again. It may be another person that is looking for attention. So if another person that is looking for attention, you now give the person required attention again, another person too will start afresh. The implication of say, okay, you want to romance these guys. That is the implication. Because you keep dangling from one thing to another. Today you say, like, yeah, you know, they do peace deal again. You want to fire to finish. You want to do kinetic apple. You want to finish all of them. Tomorrow, maybe they call you to order. Say, oh, you can't do that to these guys. You need to call them to order. You say, okay, let us go for it again. When you have strategy, there is not that you don't really plan for it. Just based on situation that you are. For instance, if they say, okay, let us experiment no kinetic approach now. They do it for like maybe 3 months. If they are not seeing results, okay, with the frustration, with the vexation, don't enter again. Say, I beg, go finish all of them. You know, they take emotion finish this kind of battle. You will need to sit down and strategize very well. What will be the implications of you dealing with these people when they are killing others? The implication is that you will encourage more people to come on board. That is what we are seeing right now. I don't want to have that 100% assurance say that the people where they sit down with, then go do this particular babele. You understand? So if that's not the case, I'm not saying that it has to be finishing them, running them down almost every time. But what can you do to make sure say everything works together? You can't do one in isolation. You can't keep romancing these people that you're having peace deal. We have thousands and want to deal with and be begging them to cease fire. You can't say, okay, because you are begging them to cease fire, you also not use your gun. You have to use both together. That is all why we have been saying that this battle cannot be won in isolation. All governors must unite together, communities must unite together, local government must unite together. We have 774 of them nationwide to look into how they want to manage this kind of situation. Because we do peace deal today, another person to need that intervention. We also go and create another problem. So in the end, Nigerians don't know whoever you are dealing with. What they know as security improvement is when they feel sleep with their two eyes. When they feel walk out from one place to another without fear of being kidnapped. That is the end result that we are willing, that we are wishing that we get in this country. So the moment you cannot be able to achieve that,
you will deal with this guy because their numbers are endless. If you even feel say, okay, you don't capture, I'm just looking at the government, say, oh, he know all of them, he know where they are located, he know the forest, he know this, he know that. If you know, you have not stopped what is making them to get more members into their camp. I've been saying this thing repeatedly. If you cannot be able to stop them from the source, then you just know for nothing because you will go and kill those people you claim you know. You can't even plane crash. Some people say they survive am. Let alone you want to go and bombard whoever. You will see out a few number of them that you escape. The people you want to even engage to go and bombard them, maybe some of them they have informants among them. Nearly all of them cannot die in a day. So it's better you use some other mechanism to keep the ideology that is making the thing to spread almost everywhere. When you keep the ideology, you now stop it from spreading. How do you stop it from spreading? Caution the people that are involved. If they cannot, then use kinetic to finish them. You have to solve how to finish the ideology first. That is what they've not been paying attention to. Oh, they can identify. You will identify today, another person will come out tomorrow. You say, oh, you have identified the people that are fomenting trouble. Till today now, as federal government come up with any initiative to say, okay, this is how we wanted to end Lakrawa activities in Kebbi State and Sokoto State, they are busy now, preparing again for another attack. When they start again, we start shouting, oh, the Lakrawa guys, oh, this and that, oh, because they have been around for years, and government did not pay attention to how they want to take some of their matter. So na the reason we know say in each location no be the same security challenges na dem dey get. We get some of them wey get almost similar approach. Wetin be the similarity in the activities right now? The attack, they either compel you to pay tax. If you are not paying tax, they attack you, they kidnap you, they get ransom back from you. So if you have that kind of situation, you need more intelligence to solve the problem. You need more people not to be going to the side of even the kidnappers and the bandits. How can you achieve that? That is what they should find a way of solving it. Because it's so easy. You can't be wiser than the person where they pursue you. You can't be everywhere. We have a number of religious centers nationwide. They can ignore wherever your attention is and go to another person and pack people. It's so easy for them to achieve that. The moment they do this, it's noisy, the story will be everywhere. In your own case, you are busy identifying them, dealing with them.
Well, somebody like yesterday on Top Channel Television, 1 year before this commissioner or guy Atiku, they mentioned another problem, and one of my colleagues, don't also mention this a lot. Say we get plenty ungovernable area. That's we get plenty places where you'll be like bush. Government hand no dey there. You understand? And so it will make these people now to stand up, yes, and become oga those places. And these ordinary citizens we know see the hand of government there. If these few persons now maybe begin to show one or two things, they begin to follow them. See mentions say even monetization. You don't have anything. Somebody just come give you some money. You don't even know where you get the money from. You begin hold them as mentor, you begin hold them as your God, you get. And as such, these people will just take over this place. And they also allege say some top people, officials, actually they benefit from this insecurity. That's not why it never ends. Then another expert for the Zamfara side say federal government, state government, enough leaders, all of them need to come together, that they need to be a unity, working together to do this. And you still not talk about the fact they say the governor of Zamfara needs to sit down with the chief of defense staff to make sure that they work. What do you have to say about most of these solutions that the leaders of the north need to all come back? Not be say like it happened to Zamfara today, we keep quiet. It go happen to Katsina tomorrow, we'll come to talk. If it happened to Plateau, we'll come. If it happened to Benue, why all of them need to come and actually do something? And this I talk of say they need to fight out from the idealization. If you fight the idea, and like poverty, maybe unemployment, lack of education, all those things they cause am. How can they tackle those problems in the first place before they even start talking of changing the idea? Because if you change the idea and you don't work all this work in there,
That is what we'll be talking about. Say, number one, investment in security in this country is more of the kinetic approach. Oh, we want to weaponize it, we want procurement.
Weapons, because
We don't,
so we don't even have the weapons
now,
to even
if you go and check our budgets, they may not be released in any way as expected. Now, them they carry the relevant part of our budget every year, security. Now, in this security we're talking about, till today, no governor has come out to say this is what I'm using security vote for. And then they budget them and they give them every month. And they have their own discretion to choose what they will use it for. What is uniting our politicians today is politics. Nothing else again. The other thing, they will just go and commiserate with each other, go and console each other whenever issues come up. And even in the course of doing that, they will still wear and co. They will still make sure say they discuss politics in that meeting where they will say, hey, yeah, sorry, what happened? So we don't talk them. They need to sit together. They need to discuss this thing together. How they want to solve the problem. Don't let it sit, no problem. Don't let us see it Zamfara problem. Don't let us see it Katsina problem. Let us unite together to solve this problem. And in doing that, they have a lot of work to do. Princess, if anybody will call here to say, okay, in 4 years I will finish insecurity in Nigeria, I will say the person is a big liar. Because now, the fruitness of neglect, total neglect of some sectors, now they bring this problem to us as we speak right now. Do you know how many poverty alleviation programs the government has been doing for years since 1999 to date that is failing? You can start from Obasanjo and the government pumping money into poverty alleviation, and we are not alleviating anything because they will politicize the process, and the thing will still end up in the hands of politicians or their friends or colleagues. So if that's not the case, say we never even start at all. In terms of education, we all see what we are seeing around. We are talking of ungoverned areas. In those locations, how many schools do we have there? It's okay. If we want this thing to end, educate people to know the difference between their left and right. How many schools do we have in some of those places of the ungoverned area? The one we now even talk about, okay, the state police we have been talking about, at least state on their own, can be able to mobilize police to that location. Policing is not by you to carry gun there to go and be finishing people. Getting data, getting intelligence of what is happening in some certain locations. Do we have enough federal police now to take care of that? In all this, every day we have been hearing, today state police, tomorrow state police. What will not take them a single day to achieve, Princess? This morning, I'm still hearing on the radio this morning, jingle of why the Nigeria needs to endorse this new national anthem. This morning, I'm still hearing it on radio. The importance of the current national anthem. After almost a year that we have shifted, that Nigerians have moved on, how many of jingles do we hear educating people on what they need to do, not to embrace this kind of people? That patriotism that we need in Nigerians, is it by the national anthem alone? We've already passed that one, but they are still running jingle on it. Do you know, I was patiently waiting at the end of the jingle to know who is the sponsor. Is it National Orientation of Nigeria or whatever? But guess what? Nobody mentioned it. The sponsor don't mention it. So now we be the sponsor, which is supposed to even be part of the routine. Who approved that particular jingle? Because even the outcome we're supposed to do the approval is part of their routine that every single jingle must have a sponsor. Don't be there with the go. But I'm only telling you this for you to know the kind of priority attention we are giving to something that are highly trivialized, that we are not supposed to even touch that angle in this country. So if that's not the case, how do you expect these people not to get more people into their side? Because with common 1,000 naira, many of these ungoverned locations that you mentioned now, they will follow these people. Nigerians are not ready to take care of them. The burden is too much, and we have a priority where we don't supposed to. What do you they call misplaced priority? So now where the problem dey be that is not by saying, okay, it don't happen. What we can't achieve it in a day. We can't achieve it in 4 years. But what are you doing to make sure, say, you reduce the level of poverty we are into right now? You bring more people to be educated, and you create more jobs that will not allow a graduate to go and carry weapon and follow these guys after the person already go to school. So these three things, if they cannot be able to solve it as soon as possible, it go hard you to finish insecurity in the country. These three things too again is one of the reasons why we have been electing bad leaders. Just because of these three things. Because people are not well educated enough, people don't get enough money to say, okay, I will reject 5,000 naira that they want you to take care of me for 4 years. Maybe, oh, I'm a big man, I will reject 1 million naira. People are not, the money is not there enough. You understand? And the job, almost everywhere you see graduates carrying certificates here and there. In a way of even discouraging people who don't even want to go into education to say, okay, oh, I have a number of people in my family. They've not been able to secure job. So how can you convince me to even be educated when I can easily put one or two things together in my village and I get money? So these major three things, they need to stop it. And when politicians hear this, they say like one big tax. Oh, for how long will it take me? And now one of the problems we will get with that, oh, if I start this thing now, I will not get immediate results during my tenure. And Nigerians want me to provide immediate results for them to be able to vote me back. So nobody is ready to lay that good foundation that others will come and build on it.
Nobody they ready to lay that foundation where others could build on. Anyway, we shall continue to bring you all of the updates. Three things Nicola will don't mention today. And we believe that our government is here and something will be done sharp sharp. Now, before Vice President Atiku Abubakar stay in the news because he wake up, begin to the shout. So the level of hunger, the level of insecurity, the level of poverty is too much. Now something like this, now make them do the French Revolution. Now something like this, now make it mention, I think, French Revolution, Russian Revolution, Arab Springs, people with no future, they go just pour petrol, burn themselves, all those things. Say, you don't see the revolution, they come for front and say, Oga President Bola Ahmed Tinubu no get the capacity to do it. Now, his opposition, we know all that. But where are they go now? Immediately. Now, so the special advisor to President of Informate and Strategy by Onanuga call reply. Now, in reply, now I really want to make we check. First of all, minus say article opposition, I always ask, is it about the message or the messenger? Or can we take the message and leave the messenger? But that was his own, waiting in talk. Now, Oga Onanuga come begin the talk plenty things then. He say, Atiku and the handlers no dey in touch with the positive developments where they go on now. They can't begin to explain, say MBS, National Bureau of Statistics, mention, say for August, you go see say inflation don't reduce for the 5th consecutive month. They say over the weekend, there is also a trade surplus, non-oil export to our trade. Now don't make our crude oil to be ratio of 48.48, ratio 52%. It's a foreign reserve, we don't reach $42 billion. When Oga President entered chair, it was $32 billion. You get, and then they don't clear the $17 billion arrears, even the $800 million owed to airlines. He said we are getting many, many revenues. States now, they pay salary, they pay gratuities, and they still get enough for capital and social projects. In fact, Nigeria, they move, is moving well. Things are going, and they are proud of the progress where Oga President Tinubu government don't do. So, to be fair, truly, they complain. Things are hard. Yesterday we had a guest here. We actually, also talk a lot when they reviewed the 2 years plus office of President Bola Tinubu. But by these things, then way Onanuga relapsed. What do you really think?
The point is, most of the statistics are holistic. Meaning say, they more of for people wey sabi wan pay attention to those things. You understand? Where you can easily the people wey we dey relate with na Nigerians.
Yes.
This platform pay attention more on wetin Nigeria dey gain for this
Ordinary
ground.
countryman.
Yes, the
The
ordinary people.
fella,
Yes, wetin dem dey gain from all this grammar wey Oga Onanuga bin dey blow. The reason why we say your matter na we own. You understand? So the attention of wetin Nigerians bin dey benefit, the poor Nigerians from this figure, that is what we should pay attention to. For instance, before the current government come on board, price of petrol na 170 naira, 180 naira per litre. You understand? They don't come out subsidy. Valuation of naira from 400 naira, between 400, 600. That time, they talk, say, okay, we don't want exchange rate. And they say, okay, this one, and what they call it, this one,
black market,
black
this
market
one
or whatever.
official window.
They want, eventually, we devaluate our own naira. Those two things, today, it remains the way it was then. The only thing that is coming down small now, probably because of the global price of the product, oil, petrol. You understand? You don't buy at 1,000 plus. Now around 890. This morning I bought 920. You understand? So if you check some of those figures, we be the talk about now, none of it has any impact in Nigeria. The poor Nigerians where we they represent on this platform. None of it. Because you've not been able to convince Nigeria, say, as a result of all these figures, so you've been talking, now so amount, okay, from Abuja to Lagos, price of transportation don't reduce by 10,000 naira or even 5,000 naira. You've not been able to convince Nigeria in that regard. You've not been able to say, okay, oh, the CNG where you bring on board to cushion the effect of subsidy removal on top of petroleum. You've not been able to convince Nigeria, say, okay, it don't make the situation of transport fair to reduce in the country. So if I'm engaging those kind of people, I will want you to tell me how it does this thing with this thing where we the talk, they impact an average Nigerians. You've not been able to tell me, say, okay, all the money you have been pumping into insecurity, you make the figure of people where they kidnap daily reduce. You've not been able to tell me, say, before you came on board, 1 billion naira, Nigeria they pay for ransom. But now they are paying 500 million naira. These are the kind of figures me personally I want to relate with, not one reserve that we don't get access to, that we just hear the audio information about. So the best way you can convince Nigeria that all is well right now, not those figures. Tell us what you have been doing. To be fair to them, lately, a few number of Nigerians do not admit, say, okay, some certain items of food they reduce for market. We still want to follow up on that to really find out how genuine the information is and what have you. If that happens, goes to the government, and they say they still want to do more in that
because
regard.
the talker now
Do you understand?
then go crash food prices.
So
like
make
you
them
make
crash food prices.
even though the stakeholders then they complain, say just to give that order no go work.
So
So there need to be subsidies.
yes, that one. If you want to delve into that one too, now a whole topic. You understand?
We'll shift time to next time.
So
then.
if you check some of these things, Nigerians can easily relate with you, can easily appreciate you when they see some of these statistics in their favor, not what you are claiming that is on paper, that is not reflecting in their day-to-day activities. They follow somebody talk this morning. The person they talk say he don't notice say every Monday we be struggling to get transport in Abuja here because of the way people are trooping to their respective offices. So it can't be like say on Tuesday you will hardly see people. On Wednesday again they will come, meaning they are skipping days. One day off because of the transportation that could not meet up with 70,000 naira minimum wage. So you should be able to give us practical conviction in all some of these aspects. Nigerians can easily relate with it. You don't even need to say it. Let them say, oh, before it's 500 naira to my office. Now it's 250 naira or 300 naira. They will really appreciate it in that regard. Not this. That is why I say now holistic statistic now they give us that Nigerians will hardly relate to some of those statistics. Let this thing come down to Nigerians. Let them benefit from it. Let them have this impact. Okay, I don't already vote you into office. Wetin go be the dividends of democracy? Because people they shout right now, say head they pain them, not headache. Now financial headache.
Done. As people they shout, say head they pain them financial headache. Come into the studio because bad for the big win, for the big vibes. And if you know they watch us live, if you know they on top of our social media platform, You are on a long team. Your question for today. Remember, you're going to need to drop your answer inside the comment section of this video. I will go announce our wonderful winner tomorrow. Now, what are we asking? Waiting be the social media handle of CHRICED Radio and Television. Waiting be the social media handle of CHRICED Radio and Television. Go to the comment section of this go to the comment section of this video right now and drop your answer. Drop your answer and if possible, drop your email, your answer and your email so that we will contact you whenever we choose our winner to know how to get your winnings to you. Once again, what is the social media handle of CHRICED Radio and Television for all social media platforms? Drop your comments on top this video. Drop your comments for the comment section of this video. Make sure say you subscribe to us, you follow us, and you could be the big winner.
Yes. And one more thing, as you've been talking anyway, this simple. If they are winning, it means say if you are watching us live now on YouTube, you can drop your comment section there. You can drop your answer on the comment section there. If you are watching us live on Facebook, you can drop it there. And from the question you just read out now, they know say no be struggle, the money they there, you want to dig it out. You understand? It's so simple, you can easily get it, and just the first winner in any way. We can even make it simpler, we can get more winners. Just try it. Let's keep engaging anyway.
Yeah, so go for Facebook, go for all of our social media platforms. Just tell us what's in our social media handle, and you will be the winner.
Tell them that condition. They must follow us.
Yeah.
If you get the answer and you're not following us, or
so subscribe to our pages, like us, they drop comments on top of our videos, drop your answer within the social media handle of CHRICED Radio and Television on all social media platforms. Drop them for the comment section of these videos, either on Facebook or on YouTube, and then add your email so that we can contact you. You get add your email and we can even still reply set to that comment if now you be our winner, and then we go know how to get your winnings to you. Big wins, big vibes every day on CHRICED Radio and Television. Now, Kolawole, before we go close mouth for the show because another program they come up immediately. Revolution coming for front. What do you think? Because even my guest yesterday still mentioned them. So if they're not they careful. He also mentioned this French uprising, mentioned different revolutions. They will say most countries where they hail today, they not just sit down. They did something drastic. And Atiku now don't somehow echo that kind of. What do you think? In just 2 minutes.
Yeah, our government they like to always deny this kind of situation. I mean, they see on Anuga yesterday as if they talk, say, okay, it's not supposed to be Atiku. Whether Atiku or not, the indices they there, they know they're friendly. They show Kuro say, okay, Nigerians know they're happy with the current situation of the country. We are now saying, okay, no, Atiku, they part of the people who caused the problem years back and what have you. That one are none of concern of Nigerians. The situation they know say it get as it be. I mean they watch video of Nepal. See the crisis there. You understand? So if it can happen here, no talk say no it happen here. Truly, they still they set our bubu body, then they press them. I mean the leaders right now. If you want somebody who want protest, another person go talk say, okay, no, I they protest in support of a government against the protesters here and there. But get as it go be wey be say if you dey pursue me princess I don run yeah nowhere to run to again. If I reach the end of that particular place where they take pursue me, the next thing na how to look back, how to try whether I can survive it, and that time if na you go fit finish me or na me fit finish you, na battlefield. Make our leaders no allow the situation reach that level. Because na simple approach wey dem dey take win us na im dey still dey take since all this while, and it can't be like this forever. already knows, okay, when these people, hunger won't finish them, when poverty they strive everywhere, when they no get job, anything where you give them for that one day where they need Nigerians, they go take, they go vote for them, and they go be in charge for next 4 years. It go reach a situation whereby they may want to refuse this kind of situation. So make it not reach that level before we will get good people that can put things in order in this country.
Thank you so much, Kolawole. Make we not let her reach that part of so they don't push you to the wall and it now become either I kill you or you kill me when they decide to take a reverse. I beg the leaders, you don't hear them. Do something, put things in order to avoid waiting no supposed to happen for front. This is where we go close mouth on top inside Nigeria this morning. Thank you so much, Kolawole Omoni.
Thank you for having me.
And for our wonderful listeners and people that way the viewers, I'll say you do on top all of our social media handles. We really want to give out this winnings, and you know what to do. Once again, waiting be the social media handle of CHRICED Radio and Television. Drop out for the comment section of this video on YouTube and even on Facebook. We'll get the winner later in the day and tomorrow on the show. Definitely your name will come up. Till we come again, my name is Princess Aniana. Youth will be coming next on top the program. I will see you tomorrow by God's grace.
Thank you. Bye for now.